All right, so today we're going to talk about solving logarithms and exponentials, okay? But we're going to talk about it in a different way than you've talked about solving for probably. I'm going to show you how to look at the graph of this equation and how to find x using your graph, okay? So first I want to talk about if I was to solve this by hand, what would I get, okay? So it's going to be, so I would have to convert it to an exponential. And it would be 2 to the 4th equals 2x plus 1. 2 to the 4th is 16. Minus 1, 15 equals 2x. Divided by 2, and x would equal 7.5. Okay? So I'm going to talk about how I can get 7.5 just by looking at the graph. Okay? Now, when you type this into the graph, okay, I'm going to say this probably this whole video so it gets in your head. Repetition is the best way. So left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2. So I'm going to split this equation into two equations when I type it into Desmos. And I'm going to do y equals for both of them. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull up Desmos. So left-hand side is line 1. So I'm going to say y equals, hold on a minute, let's get rid of that keyboard. Y equals, I've already shown you how to find log. It's in your functions. And it was a log base 2, so I need the one with a base. 2 goes down there. You got to arrow over, and then I think it was 2x plus 1 equals 4. So 2x plus 1, and then I will have y equals 4. Okay, you see how I put y equals for both of them, okay? And then you have to find where they intersect. And the best thing about Desmos is you can zoom out as much as you want, and when you click over here, it's going to highlight these gray dots right here, okay? Now, I'm going to zoom in. So what are we looking for? I am solving for x. I want to know where these two equations meet and what is that x value, okay? I don't care about the x and y intercepts. I don't care about those types of solutions. I am looking for where these two colored lines meet. And when I click here, my gray dot appears. That is where they meet. And isn't 7.5 exactly what I got when I solved it by hand? It is. So your answer is 7.5. All right, if you don't believe me yet, let's do another one, okay? Let's do this guy. He looks pretty intense over here in B. The left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2, okay? All right, so let's go to Desmos, and let's graph these two, and let's see what we get, okay? So I don't have to flip back. Let me... All right, let's go. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to delete what I have. And I'm going to pull up Desmos' keyboard and I'm going to say y equals. The first one was log 5 of 125. So I'm going to go to log. There we go. Log 5, arrow over, 125, close your parentheses. And the next line is y equals x squared. Oh, I forgot my y. Y equals x squared minus 2x. Okay? Now, this one, they intersect. How many times do they intersect? You should remember this from your nonlinear systems lesson we did in the last unit. Okay? Graphs can intersect multiple times, especially if they're nonlinear. Okay? And these two graphs intersect 2 times. So I have 2 answers here. So one answer, okay, so you're looking for your x answers, okay? You're looking for your x answers. So x is going to equal, let me pull them back up. So x equals -1, and then the other one was 3. And those are your answers, okay, for this problem. So when you would come back to your paper and you would type -1 and 3. So x equals -1 and 3. Okay? So let me show you that it also solves exponential. So if you look at C, okay, let's look at C for a second. And you're going to do the same thing. Left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2. Okay? So I've got 5 to the x minus 2 equals 32. 5 to the x minus 2 equals 32. Let's go to Desmos. Okay? We're going to go to Desmos. All right. So let's get rid of this. Oh, snap doodles. All right. So I want to erase. Let's trash that and exit out. Okay. All right. So left-hand side line 1 is going to be y equals. Now, when you do an exponential, and remember, let me pull this back up. It was 5. Our equation was 5 to the x minus 2. Anytime you have more than one thing as the exponents, in Desmos, you need to put parentheses around it, okay? So when I do this, I'm going to say 5, raise it, parentheses, x minus 2, okay? And then line 2 is going to be y equals 32. I need to find where they intersect, which is right there. So my answer is 4.153. 4.153. Okay? And that's it. All right. So let's do some more. Okay? I'm going to go through all the types of logs that you'll see. Okay? So let's go to this one. If it pulls up. Here we go. All right. So let's do this line down here. All right, right here. Okay. Number 4. This has 2 logs in it, which is completely fine. Now, do you see how they're using a? You will have to change it to x when you go to Desmos. Okay, that's the only thing. If they give you a variable besides x, just change it to x, okay? So, again, left-hand side, line 1. Right-hand side, line 2. All right, let's go. Exit, exit. We're going to say y equals. Now, this log did not have a base, so we're going to pick the log without a base, okay? It was log of x equals y equals. This one also did not have a base, so we're going to just pick the one without a base. And it was 4x minus 9. All right, so I need to find where they intersect. Sometimes you're going to have to zoom in some. Okay, I want to know where these 2 graphs intersect. Okay, that is the biggest mistake people get here, because you've learned in math so many different solutions, like when it crosses the x-axis, that's a solution for something. But I want to know where these 2 colored lines intersect, which is going to be, when I click here, that gray dot appears right there. So x equals 3. Okay, and they're never going to intersect again, because if you look, they're getting parallel over here. Okay, so for this one, x equals 3. You can plug them back in too if you want to make sure that you got them right. Okay, so that's another way you can check your work. All right, so let's go to the next one. The left-hand side. Let's do 6 over here. It looks pretty nice. Pretty intricate. All right, here we go. Left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2. Let me write it down so we don't have to keep flipping. All right, let's go. All right, so left-hand side line 1, right-hand side line 2. So I'm going to pull up my keyboard, and it's going to be y equals 5. This one has a base of 19, so I need to choose the one with a base. 19, arrow over, and 2 goes on the inside. Close that parentheses, then hit minus, and it was minus log 19 of x. Log 19 of x. That was it for the left-hand side. Right-hand side is going to be y equals log 19 of 8. So log 19 of 8. I need to see where they intersect. Well, it's right there in my face. So x would equal 4, okay? So x equals 4. All right, you still with me? Hope you are, okay? Trying to make life a little easier. All right, let's go on to some more. Okay, so 2 more worksheets. All right, let's get into this one. Let's see, yeah, let's do 2 of these, and then we'll do a couple of each section here, okay? All right, so let's pick another color, because I know you love my colors. I know y'all do. All right, so again, left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2, okay? So this one's going to be 5 to the 3x equals 1 over 125, okay? So I go to Desmos, exit, exit. We're going to say y equals 5, raise it. Remember I told you there was more than one thing in there. You need to do parentheses, so 3x, okay? And then the second line was y equals 1 over 25. 125. Y equals, and to do a fraction, you just say 1 divided by 125. It makes it for you. All right, so I want to find where these two graphs intersect. Now, this one looks like it's getting a little crazy down here, so let's zoom in. You're going to hit the line, and it's going to pop it up for you. You see that? So my answer is -1. So if you can't see those gray dots, all you have to do is either touch the line or come over here to the equation and just tap that square with your mouse. And it's going to pull up those gray dots. Even no matter, watch, even no how zoomed out you are, if I click over here, those gray dots appear and you want the one where it crosses the blue line. So x equals -1. Okay? All right. Let's do, I mean, they're all going to get the same results when you're doing graphing, but I'm trying to do different ones that you're going to see. So let's do this one. Left-hand side is line 1. All right, left-hand, I don't know what happened. Ooh. Left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2. Okay, so this one is 2 parentheses. Always, at least, okay, sometimes you have to add parentheses, but if they put parentheses in the equation they're giving you, do not forget to use them, okay? All right. So we're going to say left-hand side is going to be y equals 2 parentheses 6, raise it to the 2x power, get down, get down, get down. And then line 2 is y equals 20. Okay, and I want to see where they intersect. Well, I don't even see the purple line. Do you see the purple line? So we're going to have to zoom out, okay? Zoom out. There's the purple guy. Hit over here, and you're going to see that gray dot, which is right there. And it's going to be 0.643, okay? So 0.643, all right? So let's look at this one, okay? So let's do this one right here. So left-hand side is line 1. Right-hand side is line 2, okay? So it's going to be 2 log base 4 of x equals 12. So let's pull up Desmos. We're going to do y equals left-hand side. Y equals 2 log base of 4. 2 log base 4 of x. Close your parentheses. And then y equals 12. Okay, I'm a little zoomed out here. Let's go back home. All right, so let's zoom out till we can see it. There's the 12 line. Let's see here. Let's zoom out. All right, let's keep zooming out. All right, look, I got the gray dot. You see that? So even though I had to zoom out quite a bit, I'm still able to see this gray dot, and there's my answer. Okay, and I know it's not a 0 because there's no 0 in the coordinate right there. So my answer is 4,096. Now, again, you can check your work. Okay, so if I got x equal 4,096, check your work, plug x in. I can say 2 times log base 4 of 4096. Like if you're not sure if that's the answer, I can type this into Desmos, and if it gives me 12, then it's the right answer. Okay, so check your work sometimes if you're not sure. So I'm going to replace this x with 4096, and look, it gives me 12. Okay, so you can check your work on these if you get to one where you're like, I don't know if that's the answer or not. Okay, all right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the natural log. Okay, you're going to see it when we get to the word problem, so I just want to go ahead and introduce it to you. Okay, so the natural log, it has the difference between a natural log and a logarithm is that it has a base of e. Okay, and e is a number. All right, e is like pi, it's a number. So I can solve an equation with e just like I can solve an equation with log. Okay, so when I do this, we're going to have, so let's do it left-hand side line 1, right-hand side line 2. Okay, so this is e to the x over 4 plus 3 equals 9. So let's go do it. All right, exit, y equals, now to find e, you're just going to have to go to your ABCs or type e on your keyboard. So it's e to the 4 over x. So I'm going to raise it, parentheses, for x over 4, x divided by 4. You got to tab over, parentheses, tab over again, and then it was plus 3. Plus 3. Okay, and then line 2 was y equals 9. Okay, and we'll go back home because we had to zoom out quite a bit for that one. And now let's scroll up. Look right there. Boom. The answer is 7.167. 7.167. So you can solve stuff with e also, okay? Are you getting the pattern that you can solve for x using Desmos by just doing line 1 and line 2? Okay, we did it with absolute values also. So over here, the left-hand side line 1, right-hand side line 2. Okay, this is going to be the last one I'm going to do. So I think we get the picture. ln of 5 minus ln of x is equal to 4. All right, let's go. Exit. Now, let's see, y equals, so y equals, let's see, I think ln, there it is, ln's right there in functions also. So ln of 5 minus ln of x was equal to 4. So y equals 4, okay? So we're gonna, well, we don't really need to do anything. You can zoom in if you want to. But it's right there. So my answer is 0.092. Okay, so 0.092. And that's your answers, guys. All right, so I hope this made solving exponential equations and logarithms easier for you guys. Let me know if you need more examples, and I'll help you out.